Hey guys, it's Mike, and today I'm going to share with you guys some information. Basically, speculation on my part. I tend to dabble a lot in the world of speculation and conspiracy and what things are going on, especially since I'm a big silver guy and a big bullion guy. And the CME has forever controlled and manipulated the price of silver. When I say forever, it's mostly my lifespan. I'm not saying since the beginning of time, guys, so just bear with me. And I want to show you guys a few things that I noticed, especially with what's been going on with Bitcoin. And actually, this was brought to my attention by the Daily Economist. You can find that you can find him on his website, or you can go to like roguemoney.com or the Rogue Network on YouTube, and they have a lot of good information there. And he brought this up, and I was thinking about the same thing recently. So I decided to kind of look into it a little bit, and I wanted to show you guys a thing or two when it comes to the CME group. These are the people who do the futures trading for Bitcoin and things of that nature, and the silver, and just about anything that you can trade on with future contracts. Let me quotes. All right, so the way that these things work is they trade Monday through Friday, the opening of the stock market to the close of the stock market, and then they play games. When you notice certain things about the CME normally likes to close big contracts around right before the end of the month comes, and this goes for silver, this also goes for gold, and this goes for the futures markets and Bitcoin now. That they close these futures in order to turn profits, and either they were short or you were long, and it's just how all this works. So you go over here to the Bitcoin toward the end of the month. You see how it's kind of coming up. Here's kind of a new peak for at least January, and this is January 6th, and then the end of the month starts to come, and you see it just starts to drop, participate down, and then right before the 15th and the 16th, that's when you see this huge drop. So what does this mean? That means if you were long Bitcoin in those markets, you just got a call. You got your butt handed to you. If you were short, well, no, you might have done good. You might have done very well for yourself. But as a speculator, you really do not know unless you have a lot of inside information. The one thing I want to do is I want to go back 3 months now. Let's go back 3 months of Bitcoin. So remember that they were talking about they were going to open up CME futures and this and that. And then people, like me at least, I was thinking, all right, well, this could legitimize the BTC, especially because they really can't control BTC. So this would be a good thing. It'll put it out in the system, and it'll be great. So here in October, you're at $5,000, $5,800 for BTC. Come November, December, it starts to fly up. All right, so let's look at right here. November, we're at 10,000. It's about the same range we are now, give or take. And then it kind of did a little bit of a jump, and then we come up right before December. 16,000 into December, we get to almost to 19,000, and then the drops start to happen. Okay, and then that's where the big dip was, where we got almost to $9,000, the $9,000 range, and then it kind of came back up. The one thing you want to watch for here, and the Daily Economist, he says this, and so I'm coining this from him, so this isn't just what I've been saying, it's not just my words, that we have to watch for February. Okay, in February, if we see toward the end of the month there's another big drop like this, then we know that unfortunately BTC is now under control. Why do I say that? Well, it started off real low, and then you have all these bankers talking against it, like Jamie Dimon or Diamond, whatever you want to call him, comes out, talking smack about the BTC, kind of gets the price to drop a little bit, and then later on we find out that their European branch happens to be purchasing BTC, and these people have infinite pocketbooks, so they can just buy up with enough to be able to make markets move, because the majority of us who started buying in a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we bought in at higher numbers. Okay, and not everybody has that much fiat currency available to them to just buy entire coins, especially when the big run up happened. That's when everybody started getting super excited, and not everybody had 10, 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up to 19 grand to be able to buy an entire coin. So you purchased in lots of 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, $500, okay? But this is in huge sums. So in large quantities, these small sums make the markets go up. So if you use the same train of thought to think, well, maybe a large sum, just one large sum, might be able to make the market come down. So what am I saying? Let's say 100,000 people purchase up, let's give a number, 100 Bitcoin. Okay, that would cause Bitcoin to go up. Now, what would happen if just one person dumped 100 Bitcoin? What would that do? Cause a drop in price. Now, most people at 19,000 cannot afford 100 Bitcoin, but a bank can. Bankers, of course they can. And so what do? You're going to think to yourself, well, wait a minute, they're losing money. If they sell at 19, they bought in at 19, drop it to 10, then let it go back up to 11. And do all these things, aren't they losing money? Yes and no. Because if they're doing the same thing they would do with the silver markets. You beat up the paper, drive the price down, you buy low, let the price go up, beat them up again, the price comes down, because this is all paper, remember that, so there's nothing here but fiat, but paper going around, and they can print this stuff. And then they go, and then what's happening is that they are taking money from weak hands and consolidating, okay? Same thing with the silver, they consolidate silver. JP Morgan's been doing that. They beat up the paper market, they buy in cheap, they buy the actual physical, put it into a vault, let the paper go back up, and then beat it up again. And then they're constantly taking winnings along as taking physical. So in this situation, BTC is not physical, but the same dynamics apply. You beat it up, you buy it low, and now you're taking these BTC out of the system. But if you ever got short called, or if you ever got margin called, you actually have it available to pay out. So you're not actually losing anything. All I'm saying, guys, is we need to keep track of this. Come February, this is the 21st of January, so I'm gonna recheck this again around this time frame come February and see if it does it again. If toward the end of every month there's big massive drops, then we know this is being caused by the CME, and they finally got a hold of the BTC. Now, just a side note for me, I'm not a fan of BTC, and the reason I'm not is because a small percentage of people own a large percentage of BTC, which is kind of the same thing that's happening with the gold and the silver markets, and even with properties and trade. We wanted to get into a decentralized system in order to kind of just spread the wealth around, have everybody a chance to have a little bit of something. But when a few people have a lot of it and everybody else has to fight for the scraps, it kind of defeats the purpose, and it kind of turns BTC back into a situation that we're trying to get away from. That's just me, and those are just my opinions. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's check this. We'll check it out. Once you guys want to see, look, this is CME. This is the futures trades for silver, and then you have this is for the BTC. As of right now, they only have trades up until March, and some in June. But then they'll have, I guess they have an open space here for February. April. But they're gonna fill them in, and this is a smaller chart because realize this hasn't been going on too long. We just got to keep track, and I want you guys to keep track and just keep that in mind. And think about, there's other things you can do. There is salt. There is Litecoin. You have Ethereum, Dash, Monero, all these other ones that are more spread out throughout the population and not so held down like BTC. Also, BTC is the OG of the cryptocurrencies. And just like anything in technology, the first ones have the better name brand, but they end up getting overtaken by the newer ones that come with better technology. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, if you liked what I had to say, hit the like button. Didn't like it, dislike. Don't forget to comment. We'll keep this conversation going if you like to. And don't forget to subscribe and share. Y'all have a good day.